Hi everyone, welcome back to my crafty desk. We are going to pick back up on this journal, so the start to finish journal, and get a few things done. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of go through and go through, as we go through it, we'll go ahead and do some things. If you watched the last episode, you'll know that I could not find my list that I made for myself. So I'm pretty sure I did, and I just didn't understand my writing, so that's why it was no good to me. So what I did this time is I went ahead and I just kind of pre-filled the book. We're at a certain point now we can kind of do that with everything I need, and I put the notes in hot pink. I mean, can't miss that. On the pages. So I apologize. I'm still so getting used to just doing this on a video and talking my process through to someone else. And I mean, I talk to myself all the time. I just don't expect, I don't know. Anyhow, let's just get to it. So I know that now that we got the journal, the signature sewed in, I did get this little piece right here attached. That's super cute. I got one side of the tie on, and I wanted to do the other side on camera. So with that being said, I know I cut a piece off, and it should be in this basket right here. Nope, that's it. Should be right over here somewhere, and if it's not, we're gonna move on to the next thing. I've decided that the struggle, the struggle has only as much power as I give it. So I did not cut that piece off, and I'm pretty sure I cut one off. So I'm gonna toss this aside, and we're just gonna move on. How about that? This, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this beautiful ribbon, and I'm actually gonna go and I'm gonna attach something here to keep this from fraying. This beautiful satin ribbon, and I'm pretty sure I coffee dyed it because it's a little bit stiffer, but it's still really soft, if that makes any sense. I like how I tied it in here, and I'm gonna actually add a little bit of glue and get that, nice and snug. And when it's tied, it'll be nice, and you'll see how it'll come out. So I know that we need this bag here, and this bag is going to be decorated, and then it's gonna have a tag in it. So I'm not ready to decorate that. So I'm gonna turn that page. This journal card may live in here, and it may not, but that's one of the pockets we got done. So this page, and so what I'm trying to do is put something on every one of the scrapbooking pages. And sorry, for a moment I was like, did I put this one in upside down? I did, but that's okay. You know what? Can't go back now anyways. So in my stash, I found this awesome card, and I'm gonna just hold that open. And so I thought the colors were nice. They're bright and cheery, and it has that like really cool edging that I like. I have taken in the past and inked on the sides of these with other colors to make that embossing pop out. And I kind of wouldn't mind doing that, but I would like to use a color if I did it. Maybe that green color I have. Let's see what we have. We'd have to use these daubers because they are Sandra friendly. They don't hurt my hands, and my hands are, I'm just dropping everything right now. Going and doing that property cleanup really, I actually enjoy doing that kind of labor. Sometimes it's just really good to get out there and do it, but let me just try this pink one. I think I have enough ink on there to kind of see if I like it. I just think the pink might just blend right into that, and it will. Not to worry. We'll just choose a different color here. So I've got pickled raspberry, the twisted citron. That's what I was thinking about doing, the twisted citron. Yes, because I think that's a nice, I think it will play nice. If not, we do have this fossilized amber. I don't think I want that one for a yellow. I mean, I don't know now. Should we take a little tester and see? How do we do that? How do we test it? I mean, I feel like the yellow, I just don't know if it's gonna pull the right yellow. Let's do yellow first, because then we can always cover it up with the green. I feel like, or let's try something that completely different. We want white. We want the color white. Oh, I meant to ask my husband if that was drywall paper, and I forgot, dang it. So that's, I think the yellow would look good against that. Let's try the green. I have to put these lids back on, otherwise I just go crazy daubing and stick them in all the colors. Okay. And then there's the green one. Oh. Yellow or green? You know, I still can't decide. So how about this? How about I just put some yellow, light yellow. We'll do some light yellow on there. And then what we'll do, so I want to just emboss, cover that, get that embossed kind of to pop out a little bit more. And then this will be glued down on the three sides, you know, here, here, and here. And then it will be a pocket, but it will be a flip up also. So a little extra journal space, and then some fun, ooh, see, isn't that pretty? Okay, I can always go back and add, so I just gotta go nice and light, which my finger is happy to do. Nice and light. There we go, there we go, there we go. And then we'll just kind of get that edge a little bit. So we have that break from the pattern paper, and I know that pattern is really busy, but I really do like it. It doesn't hurt me or hurt my eyes like that crazy green one did, but you know, if it's not for that crazy stuff, then we don't change it up a little bit, right? Got to get outside that comfort zone. Got to get out there and live a little. All right. Oh yeah. See, I like the yellow. Whoops. Gosh dang it. I think I need to hammer this thing down. And the lid. So, do I mess with the green? Heck yeah. It's just a color. It's just a card. These cards I actually bought, and they were not cheap, but I love them so much that I just wanted them in my stash. I feel like this is so colorful that this green will be just a nice little addition. Oops. And not oops. I meant ooh. I like it. I think I do. What do you think? Okay. So something so simple like this, you know, it's done. It's embossed. It's got a beautiful colors on it. It's the feel of it's nice. Everything about it. I'm just picking it up and I'm touching it. I'm touching everything I do, and that's kind of the key. Like, and if I don't really know what to do, I'm just gonna set it down and come back to it later. Because at some point I will figure it out, or I'll stack it and forget about it. Master stacker. Okay. Now, I gotta say I did like the more yellow. I think I went a little crazy on that green, but that's all right. Guess what? We can, ooh, you know what? Actually, let's even get crazier. It's a oxide, so let me see if I can just move the color a little bit. I know I can squirt it with water and it will definitely change it, but I don't know that I really want to get water on this, and that's kind of dry. Let's get a more juicier one here. So now what's going to happen, I'm going to pick that paint up and I can just pull it down into my picture here. And that will just, I mean, that also, it just adds more to it. I'm just pulling these colors into here, and that's kind of blendy in a little bit, you know. And if I don't like it, I can do something else with it. I can tear it up and I can send it off or I can just, you know, send it to somebody else, because somebody else can make it better if I didn't like it. Okay, I think I'm going to stop now with that for a minute, with that wet one. It's starting to get a little warpy, which that'll be fixed in a minute. Oh, yes. See, and then we just add some more of that color, that yellow, and make it darker on the edges. Yeah, I love how it's coming together. Nothing's planned. It's better that way. It's definitely better if I don't plan it. I mean, I need to have an idea, I guess, of sorts, so I can have my tools and stuff around me. This has been a challenge. I will say, it has been a challenge. You know, when I'm crafting by myself, I just get up and run around and do whatever I want. I'm blasting the music, halfway through getting back to my desk, maybe a good song pops on and I have to do a boogie. I don't know. So it kind of like gives my mind like moments of non-concentration. So, but I am seriously enjoying myself. So that's important too. Let's see. I'll tell you what, I watch way less TV now. I wonder if anybody else, I know there's some other YouTubers on here as well that have crafting channels. And do you do that too? Do you watch way less TV than you used to if you were a TV watcher? And here's my glue. Oh, and this card is actually, I guess it's right there, I can tell you. We're gonna cover it up in a minute. Carol Rose Garden, and this was a NP2115. So I don't know what, so it's NP. Carol Wilson Fine Arts.com. I love her stuff. I'm really sad that I'm going to cover up the back of this, but we got to do what we got to do. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm just going to go down the 3 sides. Like that, like that, and like that. I love that it has a scalloped edge. So I don't really have to do much, if anything. I'm going to go ahead and try and line it up to the outside edge, making sure that I give it enough room. Whoa, I did not really. So I'm going to scooch it over a little bit. I don't want it too close to that spine because it's going to interfere with the book a little bit. And I'm going to give that a good press. And I love the pattern paper that we chose for this book. So I really like that it's popping off around the edges. And that does look really busy, I know, but you have to remember we're going to put, you know, a journal card in there. Well, not a busy one like that, but let's just say, let me just grab everything and get everything all mixed up again, but we'll have a journal card in here, and that'll help with some of that. Let me just try this. So, see? Does that help? So, oh, that's really pretty. This is actually copy dyed paper that I did a very faint light pink stamp. I was stamping on it, and then I never used it. I forgot all about it. Okay, so now this is kind of warping up a little bit right here, but it's because I got it wet. We didn't do it. I know you didn't do anything. I did it all by myself, but I'm sure I had people applauding me on, right? Please say yes. Okay, there we go. So we'll just leave that there. Another page has something on it, and we still have to make the ephemera for it. Now, I was thinking, so under the fabric flip, now when we did the other one, the belly band on this kind of page, that, you know, this is the one that drives me absolutely nuts, but I'm finding that I'm embracing it in the fact that I can decorate it a little bit more and still have that pop of green and that white, that cream on it that will help pop. So I have my note here, it says add journal space here, gesso, stationery book maybe underneath too, and then I thought, what if we took this that we said earlier and like tear a piece out of here and just kind of put that on there? Wouldn't that be cool? I think so. Let's try that. I'm gonna move the book real quick, and I feel like I can go all the way up here. So let's take a ruler. A ruler here. I think I have one. Okay, let's see. How about this one? Yeah, let's get a little wild. I think I'm gonna go across the bottom here. So, the trick is that I've learned, and gosh, I hope it doesn't make a liar out of me. No, making sure that the ruler's on upright when you go to tear. So we are tear guide. You should be able to read that right ways up. And then I'm gonna I just want the edge of this, so hopefully I can do this. And then good pressure, even, no lumps and bumps underneath, and then pull up and over. So let's see. See, my hand, I'm just not strong enough to hold it. So let's not do that, because I'm gonna wreck it. Let's do this. We can still get a torn edge kind of look, and we'll just use this ruler. And I would leave these edges, but the book's not big enough to do that. Although, so let's see, I want to come in on it, and I want a frame. So I'm thinking like 4.5. So 4.5 is gonna be somewhere right in here. So let's just go on this edge first and see what we like. You can come in on that and get that little butterfly in there. And it doesn't have to be perfect by any means. And then the 4.5, let's use this little block here to measure. Good night. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, nope, I was wrong, and a half. So if we go right here, here's about. Okay. And then we can use this for this piece for sure, with making our journal cards and stuff. And these ones I think I'm gonna throw down in the scraps for now. And if we need them, we know where they are. Look at me trying to be all organized. So, there. And I think, perfect. This one's not as finicky to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. Again, that's some good journal card or tag paper. And then we'll put this in here, because she can actually write on this. Yeah. Let's just do it. Get to it and do it. I'm going to put a little ink around the edge just to have it pop off that green a little bit. I kind of feel like I should put a little bit of the gesso on there. It will allow for more writing space, but if she's not if the receiver is not somebody who does this type of stuff, I don't know that she would know that. I guess I could always put a stamp or put a little writing on there. Make like little doodling, like some little hearts and whatnots. Little whatnots. Tell me all your secrets. I can write that down there. Tell me all your secrets. My pages will be sealed. Okay, so yeah, that's still kind of bright, but I think no, I think I'm just gonna go with this. So I'm gonna grab my glue book, and so that I can glue onto that. That's the back. And we're gonna get some glue on this thing. Actually, that's gonna be kind of bumpy to glue, so. Oh, there I go throwing things. Okay. All right. Ooh. I know I keep talking on the every video I do as if today's today and tomorrow is tomorrow, but I'm trying to record now that I've kind of got that figured out with the storage space. I'm trying to record definitely 2 and maybe even 3 videos a day, because I've been crafting so much, trying to get so much stuff done, and I need to stay with you guys, especially with the start to finish stuff. But also, I'm gonna have to leave again and go work on the property to clean it up, because that's our bread and butter. So I have to go to work, you know, and I want to have I don't want to miss my videos. I want to keep doing this. I love this too. And that's, you know, we've been doing our job, what we're doing, you know, our bread and butter job. We've been working so hard for so many years to get to this place that we are at this moment. And of course, you know, all our plans were altered all the way through our lives. But anyhow, we've gotten to this point so that I can do this and just enjoy it and just enjoy it. I mean, I like making stuff, but I will say when my life was so very full and busy, I didn't always enjoy the process because I was exhausted, you know, like, and I didn't always have a craft room. So I had to, my craft room was in the living room on the sofa. So I'd have to wait, and then I'd have to bring my stuff out, and then I have to put it all back away. Or if I use the kitchen table, you know, there's all those kids that lived with me. Yeah, I mean, mostly because they were mine, but but they, you know, I'm like, do I want them to eat at the table, or do I want them to, you know, on the furniture? And I liked eating in the kitchen. I liked eating at the table. So I didn't grow up like that, and I would go to friends' houses and they would sit at the table, and I loved it. Not everybody, but a lot of people, and I always thought that's what I want to do. And so I did when my kids grew up. We always had dinner and at the table, unless, you know, it was sports season and we were out running around, but we always had dinner together. Breakfast was always together and dinner was always together. So there we go. What do you think? I'm liking that. And then she can write on that. So before I send this journal off, I'm going to go back and finish. I'll do a little bit more decorating, maybe some stamping, or putting a little note in here, just so that just to give people ideas of how to use it, and of course the how to use the journal will go in there. So now this page, and I've got a little thing here. I'm so excited. I forgot to look at the time before we started. Okay, so we're 20 minutes in. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I can go as far as that. Okay, I don't want to, but I can. All right, so now we're gonna do this one. This is another card from my stash, and I wanted to do a flip out. So this ended up not getting the placement that I wanted it to be. So it's not gonna be a flip out, but it's gonna be a flip over pocket flip over. So I love using cards that I get from the thrift stores because there's such an enormous amount of them. You can't, I mean, like, there's so many to choose from. There's not to choose from, like, you buy them in bulk. There's just so many of them out there, and I thought half the work's done, and it just makes it easy. And I love altering stuff. I love ripping stuff up, and I like putting it back together. So this is a card that is not going to go. The saying doesn't go, but I feel like the picture's pretty nice. I like it. I like it okay. And so I wanted to, here's a stamped image on that textured, very thin paper. So I was going to put some stuff on, glue that down, glue this on there, just do a little bit of layering. I'm going to kind of keep it light and flat. I will probably go around the edge later on with something there. So this will then glue down here, 3 sides. So it'll be a pocket. Actually, well, yeah, it's too close to this edge. I don't want to rip that paper. So it'll be a pocket, and then when it opens up, there'll be writing space in here. And this is a great place where we can actually even make a small, like a tiny, not tiny, more flat though, like a little bit of a layered look for like a little notepad, which would be great in there. So let's do that. Let's get this here, and let's put a book page. Let's put a book page underneath me and get to gluing. I think I'm just going to use my glue stick here, and I'm just going to go ahead and just run it. I know I'm going to glue everything around here. So let's just, like so. And then for a little extra measure, I'm going to put some on the tips of these, of this glue. So I do like that glue stick a lot, but I do find, depending on what I'm gluing on, and like this is like a shiny kind of surface, that as it dries, it gets that little crackly, like when you bend things, and then some little parts like to pop up. So that's why I'm doing this. I like the feel of it, the stuff on top of the glue stick, but I don't always like what happens later. So let's get that on there. And then this one, the same thing. Okay, my glue's not happy. I left the lid off again. Oh no. At least I didn't leave the iron on again. That was horrible. It terrified me. I have a routine, you know, when I'm done crafting, when I'm done working for the evening, I have a routine, and I follow that routine. And if I, for whatever reason, I'm not going to follow that routine, because I think I'm going to come right back down for something or come back in a little bit, I purposely leave my phone and my iPad because, you know, I can't live without it. But I purposely leave those behind because I have to come down here then, and that's my cue of, oh, make sure you do your routine. Now, my routine is like I get up, I walk around, turn certain surges off and lights, and I walk in a specific way every time, and I do that. I think you know what I'm talking about. We all have that routine. You know, if somebody comes in, it's like, and they all of a sudden shows up and they're just like, oh, and they just go to help you and they grab a bag for you, then you're just like discombobulated. You're like, wait, it wasn't time to grab my bag. I'm all mixed up now. What are we doing? So anyways, all that to say is my husband called for me. He's like, I need you. And then, so I went running, you know, he's working with heavy equipment and stuff. So I went running and to see what it was. Totally spaced off that I had to, that I didn't do my routine. And when I run like that, I always grab my phone because I don't know if it's going to be an emergency situation. So everything was thrown off. And we ended up going, and we did that. And then next thing I know, I think that might have been the night when his parents said, hey, do you guys want to go out to dinner? And we're like, okay. So then I go running in the house and I go to get cleaned up, change my clothes, and get my dog fed and all that good stuff. And then we go out to dinner, and then we come home, we're full, we're happy. And now it's time to snuggle and watch TV, and so happy. Go to bed. And then I come down here the next morning and I'm like, wow, everything's turned on. Like the lights are on, everything's on. What the heck happened? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that iron. Isn't that horrible? That's terrifying. And then I went and told on myself. So now I'm not doing that anymore. I told him he can't, if he yells for me, he's got to put it on his radar too, that I have to do my walkthrough. I don't think I'm ever going to forget again. That was so terrifying. So now I'm just going to go, and I think I can just fix my thing on here later on anytime I want. And I love that it has a little verse. Is that what a verse here? And so I'm going to just go ahead and glue this girl down around these edges, up, over, and then down. And get that on here, and I'm gonna go down. I was gonna go kind of middle. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna go kind of up to the middle because I want some stuff to like come out at the top, and I like this paper, and it's the short page that I did. I can't even remember if I did that on purpose or if it was because of a secret, but whatever. So we're just gonna get that down, that, and that. There we go. And then we have that. And so we'll have to come back and do this. So what I'm gonna do is, where'd my note go? I'm gonna put my note back in here. I have to come back. I do still have to come back to that. So let's see. And I know I'll be finishing that in a little bit. And then I have a thing, I know I have to make journal tags for that, so that's fine. I'm good with that for now. And then I always like to just kind of do this every now and then and push that down. So I kind of want to work on the front a little bit too. Before this video has to come to an end. The pink polka dots. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm sad at the moment, but I know it'll be a happy thing for later on. I'll figure it out. Something will work out. So these frames that I cut out, I had to say no more. I had a wonderful plan, and it was working out. But then I kept thinking, man, why do I keep misplacing that? Anyhow, blah blah blah. You watch the videos, you know what happened. So I took the frame. Let's just start here. So I took the frame, I cut it out. And then I found a backing for it, and then I cut a circle out so that I could put it on there like this. And then I got this acetate, and I was gonna put the acetate on the front like this, but I did not like the acetate here. I didn't like that. It was driving me crazy. So I was like, okay, so I'll put the acetate on the back and I'll put this on the front, and that has that matte look, and that does not bother me. So I was like, okay, that's great. So I glued the acetate on, and I wanted, and then this was gonna be a pocket. So the frame would sit on here. The frame would sit on here, and then we'll just put that over here for a second, right here, and we'll grab this. So say this is gonna be the tag. So the tag would slide in behind it, right? It would slide in behind it, and then you would pull it out, and you would have a cute backdrop. And then I thought, well, I was originally going to just glue something down to the page. I guess I can still do that, couldn't I? Glue something down to the page. Oh my gosh, I think I just needed to talk it through. Thank you. And this wasn't even the page it was gonna go on. I moved into the pink and cream polka dot. I think I like that better. Yeah, and then when it comes out, so when the tag comes out, you would have this thing. So what happened is I had it on a busier page, and I didn't like that page, was way too busy. So I thought, oh, I need to add a back. I need to just add a back to it. So let me grab another card, and I'm gonna just put this card on the back, which is fine, and then it's gonna sit like this. And in between these two pieces, the acetate would be sewed or glued to the front one, but not to the back one. I would attach the sides like a pocket, 3 sides, and then this would go through, right? Perfect. I could do that. And then I could even have another pocket behind there if I wanted to, or this side. I could. I got greedy. And so what happened is, we'll just put that back over there, and we'll take this and put this over here so I don't lose my thoughts here. Because I was working with this one, and I had everything perfect, and I found the back, and I was like, I found the card that I wanted to have to be the backdrop or a tag, either one, and I sewed it to the paper. I sewed it to it, and so I was all happy. I thought, okay, that came out good. I'm just gonna cover that up anyways, and that's gonna go like that. Isn't that lovely, right? That's beautiful. So the tag was supposed to go in between those 2 cards, and then this would be the backdrop on the paper. But I sewed it together, so I kind of took that away, and it's so thick, I can't just keep adding stuff like that. So I thought, I almost cried, and I thought, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just tired, I'm hungry, I need to go take a break. And I did, and I decided it's okay to say I failed at what I wanted to do, because that will turn, my thing will turn into something else. And now that we're talking it through, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just, so this will still go the same way. So I will just go ahead and glue. Good night. Let me pull it together. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Do it, right? We all know I'll forget if I don't. Okay, so the acetate will be glued to this paper here. I feel like I should have a much bigger sheet of paper there. Let's put a couple down here. Let's get the workstation going. Yeah, because I like that. I really like that. I was really sad that I was going to lose it. I worked so hard on it, you know? I really did. I really, really did. And I think I want the gathered twigs on this one, so I'm just going to go just around the edge like that. Nothing crazy. Just to give it the edge, just to give the frame a pop out. Just like so. There we go. And okay. And I don't mind that, like a little bit of a ripped edge. I mean, I really don't mind it. So, and then I'm going to go around in my circle a little bit. And I know what you're thinking. You're going to make it stand out, but it's fine if the crooked edge stands out a little bit. You can attack that at a later date. So, but I do want that to follow suit, because this is also going to have that. See what I'm saying? I know inking is boring. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can. I really wanted to put this together on the video, so I would have actually had this done already, the inking part, had I known you were going to help me figure it out. So I also want to do this outside edge, but I think that can wait a second. So let's just close that up. Let's get some glue. And I used this glue because I know that this is going to glue to plastic and everything else. It also kind of warped it. So this is a water-based glue, and this is not. So this probably wouldn't warp it. Let's just try it. It's just so messy. And what I want is, this is going to be, I really just need the edges of it, don't I? I do. I just only need the edges. So this, let's see. We're just gonna go through here. And I don't want a lot of it because I don't want it to seep out everywhere. Oops. Okay, as I put a lot on there. Okay, there we go. And I just want it to be sticky and grab, you know? I gotta work kind of fast. Now that I'm smushing it out, it's gonna get all gummy. And I don't want that all over the acetate. Let's just, oh goodness, I can't see my edges. There we go, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna do my best. And you have a little bit of wiggle room with that, so that's good. That's probably another good thing to do, that one. And then maybe, just maybe, I will do this right. Okay. Got a little glue there. Let's see if we can just rub it out. There we go. I think what I want to do is put this on top of there, and then, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right. I feel like that's going to give it a good enough hold. Let's put that back like that. Now, this is the card I want to use for the that I wanted to use for the backdrop on the thing, but I think I might just make that the journal card because I actually really like that. So that's what we're going to do. I think. Just do it. I think I learned my lesson, man. Ladies and men. Okay. Let me go. I'm going to put just a little bit more around the edges. And so that goes like that. My frame will go like that. Oh, yes. I see, that does look better, doesn't it? I think the whole mess up had to happen. So for one, I would use the polka dot page, and I love polka dots, and I really do like that. I'm happy I pulled that out. So let's get this glued down so we know how much room we have to work with. Now we can go back to, oh, the glue though. Okay, I'm gonna just do this one again. Oh no. Okay, gosh dang it. See, look at, sticky. Sticky. Okay. Probably should make sure I have this the right side up. So I think I want that crazy edge on the outside. So should we put it should go that way, right? Like that. So there we go. So we don't want to do that. There we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this glue because of the acetate. And I really don't want it to buckle anymore. That other one buckled a lot. I learned some stuff on that. Whoops! I learned don't put the don't try to pre-do too many things because you just get mixed up. I had a wet one that was wetter, but I have no idea where I put it. Oh, it did not go where I was supposed to. Oh, I threw it. I tossed it, and it went on top of the paintbrushes. Silly. Once this is glued down, I can't go back in there and fix that, right? So I'm just gonna go like this. gonna stick that back up there, and what in the heck? My lid is somewhere. That is not good. I have to find that right away. Except I gotta get this down. Let's do this. So I'm gonna come down to those dots there, moving that over just this tad. So now I know some people will measure before they put this down, but because of I don't really know where my glue is gonna land when this page is done, I'm gonna take my bone folder and just kind of stick it down in there. You'll see what I mean in a moment. To give this glue a little chance to grab. And I'm gonna look for that lid really quick because that's very important, especially since that's my last bottle of that kind of glue. But it was stuck to my finger and I was trying to get it off and I couldn't. And it went into one of these things, I think. But so while that's trying to grab, I'm gonna just look and see where did I toss it? So silly. Maybe that's another sign I'm not supposed to use that glue anymore. All right, well, I have a glue that's already used up and I have a lid. Oh, I do, I found it, see? Here we go, I did toss it to the floor with that other baby wipe. There we go. These are so gluey. Okay, now, so I feel like that's good. Now, this is gonna go on. I guess I do need to ink it up a little bit if I wanna get the full effect, so I'm just gonna go around the edges. That's not gonna work. Where'd that little stick thing go? Here we have this. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit. I don't care if a little bit of white pops through, I just don't want it to look so unfinished, you know? I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna like pick this up and look all around it, but you know, you never know. These little makeup things really work good. If you want to just keep it where you want on the edges, like if you don't care that it gets everywhere else, then I think I still couldn't do the other thing very well. I think I want the bigger, I want it that way. So now this is going paper on paper, so I'm going to use the easy glue, easier, and I'm not going to go too close to either edge right now. I'm just going to kind of go right around. I can come back and finish this. Tack it down. Well, actually, I'm going to go right there and right there. Those. I guess I lied. I'm going to go around these edges. Just do it. We're here. We're here. This almost didn't happen. I'm so excited. Oh, I probably shouldn't did that top edge, so hold on a second. Before we get all the way down in here, I'm going to put this part down because it's got to cover that, you know, my very crooked cutting circle. But I don't want this up here because it cannot cut. That's going to be, I think I did it upside down. I think this side was bigger, but that's okay. Secret. Don't tell them a secret. We're going to fix it. I just kept that up so the glue didn't dry on it, and actually I didn't really get much glue on there, so that's good. That is good. What do you think? What do you think? Now, I want to go ahead and just get my bone folder in here, and I want to see like how much space do I have. I can go right to the edge of that and right to the edge of that. So about from there to there, and I guess I got to put my ruler in there instead of that, but that's okay. So I know I'm going to have at least how wide is my widest part of my oval is going to be, we'll say it's got to be at least, so the tag is going to be at least a 3 1/2. So, and I know I'm not making tags right now, but I want the full effect at the moment. I really do. So let's see, we're gonna go 3.5. I don't want to cut that much off, so let's go 4 there on this side. Yeah, 4 on that side, and then 3.5 on this side. And then I got these little colorful strips that I could use in here too to kind of bring those same colors in. Let's see that. And then this will be covered up and this will be a tag shape. So let's do that. So I know, we know I'm gonna round these edges. There's no writing on the back of this one, so that's already like so much done already. Actually, I don't even have to cover that saying up. That came out really cute too, didn't it? Warm and special thoughts of you. We can add something to this. I don't know that it's gonna be big enough, so we'll want like that topper. So there, oh my gosh. I feel like crying right now because this came out. I got a couple of little secrets going on, but that's okay. And then we'll add a cute little topper. So let's just see what I can even maybe find something. Oh, I'm so sorry, that was so loud. I can even do. I'm so excited. I can't help myself. We can do like some cute little. Ooh, look at these colors right here. We can put something in there like that. Isn't that cute? I'm so sorry, but I'll just put this lid. I'll toss it, and that way I don't do that again. I'm so sorry. All right. So, oh my gosh, that's like attached to me. So these are all pretty ribbons. I don't know if I need them all, but if these were all attached in a little thing here, let's see. I have. Should we try this one? I don't know if it'll work, but we'll try it. I don't know how to work this thing. I better practice on something first. Let's try this. I think it'll give me a wide enough spot on that to do it, but then I cut into that. Okay, good thing we didn't do that. I'm gonna wait. I think what I'm gonna do is add this to a topper, add this to something, and then we'll get that topper on there. So I'm going to put this tag here for a minute with these these ribbons. And I don't think I'm gonna use this one. I think I'm just gonna go with that, but I have it out, so I'm gonna just live with it for a minute. I'm gonna paper clip this together, and I'm just going to attach it to this page like so. If I lose that, I have serious problems. Oh goodness. Okay, so let's get this out of my way, and this goes under the fabric flap page here, just because I want to make sure that I did add journaling space, but I want to put a notepad, so I don't want to forget. So see, look, it's getting fluffy. So maybe we should do that spine really quick here. We want to put some lace on there. Let's see, do I have anything here in my little scrap pack? Right to my, I don't know if I have anything wide. What I do with it? Oh, I know what I did. This was all I was gonna do, but I don't want that pink to show up, especially since, if you can tell, I'm not a straight stitcher, which is fine. It's fine with me. Maybe we'll just do something like this. I just want a little something. Maybe we'll go like this side, since we're gonna put the gray on the other side. How's that? I think that'll work. Yeah, let's just do that real quick. No messing around with this. Scissors. I know I have some. I'll cut it a little bit big because, oops, did you see me? I cut that little thing off. Okay, that's fine. It's all fine. So now I'm just gonna get some glue. And I know I want this to be glued down, so whoops, that's a lot of glue there. And then I'm gonna glue on that thread too. That's gonna help give me some more stability, security, whatever makes me feel good. Okay, and then cap on. Baby wipe. Get that off so I can, otherwise this lace is just gonna stick to me. I'm gonna pull it right back up. Okay. I feel like, so that fabric was never meant to be the star of the show, obviously. It was just meant to be a little bit of a break between this fabric here and that gray ribbon, just to kind of help the gray to have a little extra popping off of the front cover here. And I wanted it to really show, to pull these other grays on. And since this side's going to get some decorating, this is just going to be kind of like another part of that, which is a lovely, so very lovely. Oh my gosh, I am like ecstatic about that frame. I honestly think I'm going to sleep easy now. And I love how that's all coming together. I didn't even do that on purpose. So nice. See, so that'll be the back. Okay. Very nice. And I need, this glue is just, I love it. I love it and I hate it. Okay. So now I'm going to just put, I thought I had wax paper over here, but yep, there it is. Awesome. And just because I want to lay that, that's wet. I want to lay it down on something. Because we only got a few minutes left, I think, before I have to say goodbye. Yep, just a couple more minutes left. So I wanted to get some of this on there, and I wanted to show you what I was talking about with the, we're going to do a pinch. We're going to do a pinchy thing going on here. So we'll just put this on first. Let's see how it works. Hopefully this works good. I'm going to go up high so I can always cut that off if I want to. Okay. And I'm just using that glue because it grabs, so hopefully that does dry clear, but it just grabs really fast and it dries really fast. And I kind of need that for doing this, at least I do. So, and I didn't get it over enough. Oh goodness. Because remember, that's supposed to help this to pop off. It's supposed to be over here closer to the edge. Hello, Sandra. Hello. It's because you knew you only had a few minutes left. Okay, we're just gonna slow down. I'm gonna do a couple of pinches. It's just gonna go over. I'm sorry. Hopefully the video doesn't cut off on us. I'm so sorry if it does. Okay, I just gotta stop for a second. I'm just gonna cut that off. Okay. Sometimes it just takes longer when you rush. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this. And I'll put a little bit on here because that's where I actually need the grab to go. I'll try it again. And the more I do this, the more gluey I get, so it makes it hard, but maybe I needed to make this thinner. I thought I'd made it thin enough. I think what happened is I filled my journal and I was filling this girl up and she just got kind of fluffy. And then it altered where the lay down would be a little bit, you know, there. Do you see what I'm trying to do here? All right, so I'm just gonna keep on working this down like that. And I'm just gonna do it in sections. And then I can always come back and add a little something if I need to. But this is a really nice way that you can kind of control what you're doing. But get that ruffle, but it's not too thick or too thin. It's got a little bit of flair, a little personality, I guess, you know. There we go. All right, so I'm just gonna keep on going down with that. I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. I mean, I could put a bow right there. No, I'm not gonna put a bow. I'm gonna go all the way down. And then this is the back cover so far, so you can see some of that gray coming off here. Isn't that pretty? And then we will do this as well. And there, my notes are sticking to me. So with that, I will say I am done for the evening with this journal, and I will see you on the next episode of Start to Finish journal making, and we will definitely need to finish this girl up pretty soon. I'm going to work on her off camera and then come back. So thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.